I'm Joyce Woodworth. Welcome to the Spirit of Winona. Pets really are a wonderful asset to any family. This is my husband's hunting dog, Coco, and this is TJ, who actually used to rule the neighborhood, but now he's just a sweet old lap dog. Pets really do add much to a family, but they are a lot of work. Many people don't realize this until they bring a new puppy or kitty home, and then they may change their minds about keeping them. Today we're going to go to the Winona Area Humane Society and find out what happens to the dogs and cats that nobody wants anymore. The Humane Society is located at 114 East 2nd Street in Winona between Walnut and Lafayette Streets. It was the former home of the Bluff Country Co-op. It is run strictly by volunteers who have one thing in common: they love animals. The space at this building is very small and cramped. Over 100 cats are provided for here by caring individuals. Jane Haugen, one of those volunteers, tells us about her experiences at the Humane Society.
I do cat care on Monday mornings and I'm here about 5 hours. I have a partner that I work with. We all clean with 2 or 3 people. One person could never do this, I don't think. And then I come in probably 2 or 3 other times a week and spend several hours giving them wet food, treats, and you know, I love cats, and I guess that's why I started here. I've been here almost a year, over a year rather, and it's the best place. All these kitties give you so much love, and there's, as you can see, a real need here. I mean, we've got lots of guys that we're providing homes for. Some of these people have been here, these kitties have been here as long as I've been here, which is over a year. So they're sort of permanent fixtures, and we'd like to find homes for them. But yeah, I do. I've almost given up some of my other volunteer jobs because I love it here so much. So, but it is a fun place. It's a hard work. I mean, this isn't, you don't do this, you know, you're down on your hands and knees and working hard, but it's still a lot of fun. Get it. Get that thing. Go get it.
This is Cheryl Armstrong, who is the president of the Humane Society organization. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Now, Cheryl, tell me a little bit about the organization, how long you've been here, and how it got started, and tell me what's going on today.
Sure. Our organization has been going strong for about the last 2 years out of this location here. We're at 114 East 2nd Street. A rented space, very small space. We house the cats here. The dogs are in foster homes, or special needs animals are in foster homes also. We take in stray animals from every city in Winona County. And so far this year we've saved and rescued 450 animals. We're at about 107 cats and kittens right now, which is our ultimate unfortunate high.
You have 107 cats and kittens in this little building?
Yes.
Wow. Now tell me, out of those 480 cats and dogs, how many were you able to place in homes?
Well, so far we've probably placed out about 200 animals this year. Probably a little over that. And all of our animals are placed in homes. We do not euthanize for lack of space. We are no-kill shelters, so we never put an animal down for lack of room. We keep the animal forever if we have to, till we find a perfect home for them. I wish they could talk, because they could tell you a story where they've traveled from. Unfortunately, a lot of them were pets at one time, and for whatever situation, they either got away from the owners or were let go out of the home. All of them in here are very friendly. We spay and neuter our animals and get them up to date on all their shots before we let them adopt out.
What if you get a real nasty cat? Because sometimes, you know, they'll bite. What happens then?
We call that a feral cat. Generally, they're a cat in the community that will be trapped because nobody can catch it. So we'll use a live trap to trap the cat. After we trap it, we take it to the vet. We'll spay or neuter and release back to a farm. We have a handful of farms in the community that are willing to let us bring the feral cats, so they're safe, they're fed, and they're spayed and neutered so they can't reproduce. So that's usually what we do with the feral cats. We do not euthanize the feral cats either.
Wonderful. Okay, now tell me a little bit more about the organization. What is the history of the organization in Winona?
I've been involved for a little over 2 years in Winona. I know years back there was another organization, Humane Society, that this is a totally different affiliate of that. We've started out strong, started working out of our homes, then went to a rented office space at Central Animal Hospital until we were able to afford a rented building. So we continue to grow. We have about 160 members and over 100 volunteers that help us out. We're all volunteer. There's no paid employees here at all. We do it on our free time, after work and nights and weekends and holidays.
Dr. James Call, retired veterinarian, and Deborah Stowe are two of these volunteers who work countless hours at the Humane Society.
Well, I come here every morning. I asked them when I volunteered, I thought I was going to be cleaning cages. I haven't cleaned cages for a long time. But I'm here sort of helping Deborah Stowe, giving medications, a little advisory capacity. That's about it.
Okay, how do you like doing this?
Well, it's better sitting home reading romantic novels.
Great. How many cats do you see a week?
10 or 12 a day, you know.
Try not to count.
What kind of things do you find wrong with the cats?
Upper respiratory infection.
We seem to get under control, and then off it goes again.
Because of the crowded conditions, it's like having a bunch of children and one gets a cold and they all get a cold. So we get them all better and then somebody starts sneezing again. So it's kind of hard because we're so cramped here. We don't have a room where we can put them to isolate them. That's our goal. She looks 100% better.
I like your work table here.
Do you? It's pretty fancy, don't you think?
Maybe someone could donate a work table to you guys. Just
We don't have room for it.
We need a much bigger space. We need a space that we have rooms that we can quarantine new cats that come in. We need a space where we can put the cats that are sick away from the well cats so it doesn't keep going around. We need
Place for the dogs. Dogs are kept in foster homes now.
I think we have about 12 dogs right now in our system. So if we adopt out 4 or 5 dogs a month, we're doing well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now if someone comes to this Humane Society, they really have a little puppy in mind, how are they going to satisfy that want?
Yeah, but they can fill out the application, and we can put that puppy or dog on hold for them
Okay.
until the application is processed.
And they can come and view a number of them on adoption day.
Yep, the first Saturday of every month from 10 to 12, all the dogs are down here.
Is that the only chance they can come in and get a dog, or, okay?
Nope, our adoption day is a big event here every month. We have all the dogs here that are brought in, but at any time, anybody can come in and fill out an application if there's an interest in an animal. We process the application, and you can adopt a dog pretty much anytime and a cat anytime. We have a website. It's WinonaHumaneSociety.org. We do try to keep that up to date. That shows pictures of all the animals. And if you need to know a little history about them, one of the volunteers can tell you about that.
This is Jan Nasak, who is a regular here at the Humane Society, right?
Right, I sure am.
Well, tell me what your job is here.
My job is I'm the animal intake coordinator. So basically every animal that comes in through our door has got to come through me, and hopefully we have a cage, spot to keep them since we are very full, beyond capacity for the size of the building. And I'm also fostering little kittens, probably 13 of them under the age of 3 months.
Right in your home.
Right in my
Right?
home, exactly.
Okay. Now, I understand you're here just about every single day.
Every single day.
So you
Right.
really get to know these cats.
Exactly.
Well, tell me about this big boy here.
He is one sweet guy, and when we first got him in, he was a surrender, and we don't usually take surrenders, but this guy actually was taken to Companion Animal Hospital on Mankato Avenue. They refused to euthanize him because they didn't find anything medically wrong with him. He had just a bad cat day, shall we say. He had gotten into a fight with his other cat that his owner had. The owner stepped in and tried to break it up, and Sam, unfortunately, bit the owner, and the owner was very upset about it. He took him to Companion and wanted him euthanized. Companion refused to do that because, like I said, there was nothing wrong with him. They asked us to take him in. We did. He took a while to get used to it, and like anybody would with this many cats here. And now he's just been one awesome cat, and he gets along with everybody. We've never seen any signs of aggression from him whatsoever.
Great, and this looks like his spot.
His spot, he also likes to be in the window when he wants to be, you know. They just get to, you know, when they get along with everybody, we basically leave them out all the time, and then we rotate the rest of the cats.
Okay. Well, do you have some other stories about some
Oh,
of these
yes.
fellas?
Where is my Augie? This one is Augie. He came to us when he was just a very young teenager, you might as well say. And Augie had very, very bad case of a skin problem. And so he was put upstairs for a long time until we got his skin under control. He was very skinny, like, might as well say like a teenager with acne. That's what Augie had, a bad case.
Oh.
And he is the cat that he's been here the longest.
Uh-huh.
He also gets along with everyone. He was found out in the country. The lady who actually found him and brought him to us has checked on him periodically. She would have loved to have kept him, but she has a number of her own. But we don't know why he's always passed up, because he is the most docile, sweetheart cat you can imagine.
He really has a cute face.
Yeah, look at that. And he's got that fat face, and his body's fat to go with the rest of him, too, because he eats well now.
Uh-huh.
Took a long time for him to put some weight on, but he did.
Now, Jan, do you find that each one has a different personality?
Oh, by far.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. They all have their own, and Augie is probably mellow, sweet. He would love to just be with, probably, I would say, not a family with small children, but a family with, maybe an older family, where he could sit on their lap and be just rubbed and petted and be spoiled rotten. This is Hertz, and Hertz loves to play, jump, run. If it moves, he will run after it, attack it, you name it. Give him a string, and he will give you antics that are going to just make you laugh and have a just belly laugh, you might as well say, because he is just full of fun. And he needs a family that would have some children that would be around to pull them strings, toss them toys, and he's just a purring already. So, but he's a sweetie, but he does have his moments. He will be, if you're at the computer, he'll be in the computer with you. He thinks he can type.
Like that.
Yeah, if you're working at the desk, he thinks he can write also. So, but yes, a family with children would be good for the Hertz.
Tell me about what made you decide to come down to the Humane Society to get your pet rather than going to like a pet store or something?
Actually, my class, when I was a senior last year in high school, I brought my class down here because we were doing a fundraiser and we were deciding what groups we wanted to give money to. And I brought them down here because I know how much money they need and stuff. So, and it's, you kind of find them and they're such sweeties. I mean, and they all need homes, so.
He actually has yellow eyes, it looks like. He's darling. What are you going to name him?
I think we'll keep it. Midnight.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Great name. Cheryl, do you think that the cat population is overpopulated in Winona?
Yes, and growing, generally due to lack of responsibility from pet owners getting their cats spayed or neutered. One cat can produce 342 offspring in a matter of a couple of years.
What does it cost on a yearly basis to run the whole society?
It does vary from year to year because the increase of the animals is going up every year. We're taking more animals. Last year, our proposed budget was around $80,000 that we'd like to budget to stay within that budget, and we of course went over that budget. I think we're at about $90,000 last year it took to run the facility.
Okay. Now tell me where you get your funding from exactly to fill that $80,000.
Yep. We have about 6 major fundraisers a year. We do the dog walk, the rummage sale, fashion show, the wine and cheese tasting, and those are our big fundraisers. We usually generate about $3,000 to $4,000. We also have membership dues, which is $15, but with our growing members, that does help cover some of the expenses. The Humane Society is a nonprofit organization, meaning any money we receive, donations, fundraisers, gifts from anybody, we put it right back into the direct care of the animals. We make no profit. It's totally nonprofit. We receive no funding from government or state agencies. It's all private donations. Very expensive to run. On an average, our vet bills can be $4,000 to $10,000 a month. So we are struggling right now financially. To be very honest, we are usually minus every month.
What does it cost someone to come and purchase a cat here from you?
Cats and dogs are $65 and kittens and puppies are $75. With that adoption fee includes the spay and neuter of the animal and all the shots of the animal. So it's fairly reasonable. If you were to have that done if you bought a dog or a cat, it'd be over $200. So the Humane Society does actually lose a little bit of money. It costs us about $80 to $90 to do that procedure, but we feel it's very important to have the animals spayed or neutered before they're left here.
Well, now tell me what's in store for the future of the Humane Society.
Well, we obviously need a bigger building. We are renting this, in the process of looking for affordable land that we can build a shelter, an ideal shelter to house all these animals, including dogs and cats together, either close to the city or right outside of city limits, and then our goal is to have a capital campaign to raise the funds to build that shelter. We hope within the next 3 years or so.
Okay. Well, Cheryl, let's walk around a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe you can tell me some of the personalities of some of the cats you have here.
This is one of my very special cats. This is Cotter. Come on out, Cotter. I had Cotter at my home, fostered her. She came to us with black ears that were frostbit, skinny as a rail, and she had her kittens at my house. Her kittens were grown, healthy, and ready to be adopted out, and then we had 4 kittens without a mother. So Cotter took those kittens in also and nursed them and mothered them. And now she's here for adoption. She is the sweetest cat. Likes to play but likes to cuddle. And you can see her ears. Her ear is short because it did fall off from her frostbite. And I do believe we found her up in Elba last winter. We had her.
She's a pretty
She is. She's purring as I'm holding her here. She loves to cuddle. She would make a perfect pet. She loves other cats. She loves children. She loves dogs. From being at my home, she can adapt to anything. Joyce, this is our kitten room here, where we have all the kittens. We try to keep them separated from the adult cats, obviously because of their size, and they like the closeness. And it's a safe place for them to be with a cage built, so they're not getting stepped on or hiding or getting hurt anywhere. So we had to have a wonderful volunteer. His name is Brian. He does a lot of the maintenance and construction for us, and he designed this, and it's working out really well.
How many cats do you have in here?
I think we have probably about 35 kittens in here right now.
And they all seem to be getting along just great.
Yeah, they do. They generally do. When we bring a new kitten in to introduce them, we usually put them in a cage in there so they can kind of smell each other, and we never just set kittens in with other kittens without exposing them to them.
Tell me about some of the personalities of them.
They are all different. Every cat is different. If you were to walk back there, you would have some that would run and hide because they're a little scared of you. And then there's about 3 of them I can think of right offhand that would climb up you to sit on your shoulder. So we have every personality that you can imagine with these kittens.
Cheryl, look at this kitty cat. He is so darling. He's got a little pink nose and kind of blue-greenish eyes. I love his coloring.
Yes, this is Nevada, and she was also a surrogate mama to some babies that didn't have a mama. She didn't like cats or people when we first got her. She loved kittens, and she's come around now to like everybody. She loves people. She loves other cats. She would make a very good house pet.
Well, this is fantastic. Your whole organization is
Thank
great.
you.
Let me ask you this. If there's something that you need other than money, now I know you need a lot of money, what would you ask for? What kinds of things do you need?
Sure. We have a wish list that's on our website. Once again, WinonaHumaneSociety.org. There's a wish list there. Our main struggles that we're having now is dry and canned kitten food. With the kittens being overpopulated right now, we seem like we're running to the store to buy kitten food all the time. So if anybody would be able to drop off a few bags of kitten food, we'd certainly appreciate it.
Okay, sounds good. Is that about it then? Just kitten food?
That's our big main thing: cat litter, cat food, cat treats. The whole wish list is on the website, but kitten food is our main struggle right now.
Okay. Well, Cheryl, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. This was fun.
Great.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining me today here at the Humane Society. Please Please join me again next week. Till then, enjoy the Spirit of Winona.